Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been nice. Been out a couple of times this week. Monday, mum, dad, and I and my boyfriend went out for a kind of a birthday treat, a belated birthday treat for both of us. My birthday's in June, his is in August, and not in August, in July. Oh gosh, yeah, his birthday's July. And we're all members of there's a garden centre here in the UK called Dobies, and we're all members. So we get every year for your birthday you get a treat. So I hadn't used mine. He hadn't used his. They were due to be used at the end of August. So we thought, right, okay, we'll all go. And I used my treat card to get mum and dad their cuppa and cake, and my boyfriend used his to get our cuppas and cakes. So that was really nice. So that was nice. We had just a nice time. We sort of looked around Dobies, looked around the various other little sort of shops that are within that complex. That was really, really nice. And then yesterday afternoon, myself and my boyfriend were out for the afternoon. He was looking for something, and we went and had dinner. We had our first pumpkin spice latte of the season, so that was really nice. He'd never had one before. I can't believe that. So yeah, so I introduced him to pumpkin spice lattes, and he did enjoy it, so that's good. So yeah, and I mean, you're not going to believe this. I'm recording this at sort of 11:15 in the morning. I only got up 3/4 of an hour ago. My parents let me, I've been really tired. My parents let me sleep till I woke naturally at 10:30 this morning. So it's just like, yeah. So I obviously really needed the sleep. So reading wise, it's been a bit of a mess week in some ways. I've finished the 2 books that I was reading last weekend. I'll talk about them. I've had one DNF, and there's possibly going to be a second DNF. So let's talk about the books I actually have read. So the first book I finished was The Tanglewood Wedding Shop by Lilac Mills. This is the 3rd book in the Tanglewood series. And we meet Edie, and she is the seamstress at Moira's wedding shop. And she's a lovely character, really, really nice. She has a son, and they live in a cottage just across from the wedding shop. The lady that runs the wedding shop is not very nice. I don't think you're supposed to like her anyway, but she's very pushy. And she expects Edie to do all the work, but she gets all the glory, sort of thing. Anyway, they're asked to go up to the local manor to talk to Tia, who is going to soon be, who's going to be a bride. She's marrying the Lord and Lady of the Manor's son. Now, Tia is in a wheelchair because of an accident, and she's quite a feisty character. I really like Tia. We've met Tia in previous books, and I like her. I think she's a really good character. But basically, she's ignored during all of the wedding gown chat. It's the Lady of the Manor and the wedding shop owner that decide what she's going to wear. And this does not sit well with Tia. So Tia, on the sly, approaches Edie and asks would Edie make her wedding dress. So Edie reluctantly agrees, but this also brings her into the orbit of James, who is the best man. And so there is a friendship that develops because he takes Edie to meet Tia at her brother's house, so that the lady of the manor doesn't know anything about it, neither does Mrs. C, the owner of the wedding shop. So various things happen within the book, and it was a really lovely read. I thoroughly enjoyed the characters. I liked seeing Edie grow and blossom, with her friendship with James. And I loved the way that James was really, really invested not only in her but also in her son. So yeah, a really sweet read and a nice 3rd book for the trilogy. I am unsure whether there are any more coming out. I hope there are, because there are probably more characters in this story that that we can get to know about. There was kind of one thing about this that did slightly annoy me, in that we got some passages in this book that had been in the previous book. So that slightly, I thought, you've already written this, you don't really need to redo it again, but that was fine. I could cope with that. So I think I gave that one a 4 out of 5. I then read Winter Beneath the Stars by Joe Thomas. I really enjoyed this one. I guess it was 4.5. So we meet Hallie, who is a courier. So she delivers different things to different people in places around the world. She loves her job. She loves, getting to see new places, meet new people. On this particular journey, she's delivering wedding rings to Sweden. And something happens on the plane that means that her bag and somebody else's is swapped. She doesn't discover this until she gets to the wedding venue, but she has a week in which to find her case, as it were. And this is the story of her finding her case. She ends up in Stockholm. She goes back to where the wedding venue is. She then ends up with a man who is herding his reindeer. He's bringing them from their summer pastures down to their winter pastures, and she ends up having to spend time with him, helping him. And it's like what she learns about herself, about the Sami way of life, and everything. I really enjoyed this. It was, really interesting to learn about how, the Sami sort of live in some ways, and their thoughts on the environment and wildlife and everything. I also liked the relationship or the friendship between Hallie and Bjorn, who is the herder that she is helping, because he knows the person that has her suitcase and he's taking her to him. So it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I then thought, right, okay, that's me finished. I've got one Christmas book left, and I just I wasn't in the mood. So right, okay, that's me finished all my summer and almost all my Christmas books. Let's start on what will be my autumn books. So I picked up one that's been on my shelf for 2 years, and maybe that should have said something to me. But that was Close Your Eyes, Hold Hands by Bohjalian. I've read one of his before, Secrets of Eden, and really enjoyed it. And I was looking forward to this. I read 2 chapters of it, and I just seriously couldn't get into it. I couldn't connect with the characters. The story was so jumpy, and it was like, no, I wasn't in the mood to sit and keep reading it, and it was like I felt I was going to be kind of ploughing my way through it, and I just decided no. As much as I enjoyed the first one, if I'm not connecting with it, I've got other books that I want to read, I decided no, I'm going to DNF. So I then picked up on my Kindle A Cup of Autumn by Melissa McClone. This is my tool pick for September, and I am so looking forward. I'm reading this and I'm really enjoying it. So the premise is a cafe shop owner who is struggling because she doesn't have the staff, and she's been chosen to organise the Halloween festival in the town, and she's feeling swamped. So that's one side of it. The second side is a professor of Scandinavian studies who is in the town for an extended holiday, and they become friends. That's all I'm saying at the moment, because I don't want to spoil the rest of it for myself, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a good read. So I am enjoying this one. I then picked up Freya North's Little Wing, and I'm on page 143. This is a slog, guys. I bought this because I thought, yeah, I'm going to really enjoy this. It is a three-story story. So you have a pregnant teenager in... Hold on. Where's the cover? Pregnant teenager in 1969. You've got a young photographer from the island of Harris in 1986. And you have a girl in Colchester in 2004 who has found out something about her family that she didn't know. So we've got all these plot lines happening. But I'd expect them to converge, okay? I'm on page 124 and they still haven't converged. And we're just getting the snippets as if it, and I'm just like, I'm just not in the mood for, at least I don't think I'm in the mood for sort of like three timelines that are not converging, that are, I'm not actually caring about any of the characters. I mean, this, how many pages are there of this? 375. So I'm almost halfway there and I'm still not caring about it. So my question is, do I bother finishing it? So I don't know. I really haven't a clue. I have other books on my list that I know I definitely want to read. I've got some others that I'm now thinking, oh gosh, do I actually want to read them or not? I think, how many books have I got there that fall into that category? 1, 2, 3, 4 books that fall into that category. I'm really not sure that I actually want to read them anymore. So yes, so we will see. But so that's kind of, it's been frustrating this week reading wise, because I just, I've been wanting to read, I've been wanting to enjoy the books, and I just haven't, and I don't like that. So what do you think I should do? Should I let Little Wing fly away, or should I just keep slogging through? I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments down below. Also, as another discussion, what do you do when you're not enjoying a book? Do you DNF it, or do you just keep chugging your way through it and hoping that you'll get to like it the further into the book you go? I would love to know. Plans for the weekend, we've got athletics on tonight, so that'll be good. I want to give this place a clean this weekend. It's due for a good clean, so I'll do that, and I'll maybe sort of switch up my pictures and put autumn ones up. I have already put autumn decor on my phone. I switched it out for autumn scenes, so that's it, and the same with my laptop. My background is definitely slaved to a new autumn picture, so that's good. But that's kind of, those are all the set, not set in stone, but that's my ideas for the weekend. Get more reading in, hopefully on books that obviously I'll finish the Melissa McClone, and hopefully read some other books that I really enjoy, but we will see. But that's it for this video, friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please let me know down in the comments what books you've read this week and what you're planning to read this weekend. Also, do you have any plans for the weekend? I'd love to know. But until my next video, friends, stay safe and happy reading. Bye!